Basementbookers Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Hello, welcome, everybody. Come on in to the Basement Bookers Podcast. Bienvenue. Welcome in here to the Basement Bookers Podcast. It's me, BasementJer, and Rich the Riz, the most Rizzest Baldest champion. And today we're here to talk about a lot of things. We're here to talk about what happened. Monday night. Why wasn't there a Monday Night Raw watch party? Why weren't you there? It's actually all your fault because you guys didn't show up. It was going to be on, but because nobody came, it just, no, that's not the truth. What the truth is, and the fact of the matter is that Raw has not been good. I feel like we all know about what happened at the end, but to sit here stone faced, and I got to tell you, when I saw that IYO SKY and Rhea Ripley segment that opened Raw, I was so happy that I didn't have to watch it with my full attention because it was the most horrendous, the most terrible acting I've ever seen out of a professional wrestler. I'm not even going to say women because not here, buddy. Everybody's equal. Just, it was so fucking bad. I don't know, maybe there's like a cultural difference in acting for like maybe Japan or something. Like maybe it would have been way better if she did it in her native language and we had to read subtitles, which you can't do in a live promo, so she had to do it that way. But just the selling of the mist, the Kyrie on her knees, which pleasant, but EO standing there with a face like the pain. It's like, oh, come on, man. It's just terrible. And then Rhea Ripley, she comes out there. She's supposed to be out there to fight, but she's like in half a bra. It's like it's sheer towards the inside and it's covered on the outside. I'm like, I don't know why you're here. Are you here to fight or something else? I just don't know what I'm supposed to do with that.
They're blurring lines, man.
This reads like some Marx fanfic of EO and Rhea. Like they want so bad. This is Tumblr shit. They want so bad for those two to just hook up and be in love and shit like that. That's what I feel like that's what that is. That's Triple H going through Tumblr archives. He had to go back in, because I don't think it's around anymore or something. But what do you think about all of that?
So I agree. The acting was painful, but I realized something, and I wonder if you'll see it after I say it. And trust me, I'm not that guy. I just have this opinion that it looks like the way that Io and Kyrie and a little bit of Asuka, more so like the reactions of Io and Kyrie, are very anime like, very over the top, very extra. It's so exaggerated to the point of cartoony. It looks like they're emulating anime to me. Clearly that works in Japan because that's part of their culture. They love people love anime in Japan, all over the world, really. I never got that much into anime in general. Some specific shows, Attack on Titan. Thank you for the recommendation back in the day. But as like the style of the art, and the over-the-top nature of the characters in it. Never really appealed to me, and now I'm seeing it on TV with Io and Kyrie reacting the way they are, and I don't love it. Rhea half sheer bra though, I'm okay with this.
Look, I'm not mad. I just think don't come at me for objectifying in that moment when clearly, which I'm like I said, great, but don't come at me with how I respond to it. And I take exception with the comparison to anime. I don't know what bad shit you've been watching, but let me tell you something, all right? There's some great shit, especially nowadays, that's
Mm.
way better than what I experienced on Monday Night Raw with the Kabuki Warriors versus Io and Rhea. And I don't know about you, but I feel like this might not be cut and dry. I think it might come to IYO SKY just betraying Rhea Ripley and just falling in line with Asuka. It just is,
Yeah.
it feels too neat. It's like, no, I'm with you now. Like, first I need time to getting misted in the eyes. It's like, well, time's up. It's time for me to, since I got misted in the eyes.
And
Uh,
I want Asuka and Kyrie to tell me what Io has to apologize for.
yeah, that's the thing that really confuses things because I don't understand why Asuka's so possessive of Io. It could be jealousy. It could all right. So Asuka just does not like Rhea Ripley's success. Like
Mm.
Rhea Ripley is very successful. She's on all the time. So maybe that's what it is. Like she wants because for her, Io is hers
Mm.
because they broke into the business together.
Mm.
Okay. And Rhea and that relationship clashes with what Asuka's idea of her, Io, and Kyrie is ideally. So she's a heel in this situation because it's her or the highway. We came in together. I got you into here. You got to, do this and that. You could have been champion if you let me help you. You lost because you didn't let me help you.
Mm.
We'll never know. So that's what I think about that.
Yeah, it could be like the respect factor. Like they were saying, I think Kyrie said that Asuka got her here and paved the way for Io as well. But is that really all it is? Because that seems it seems it's hard to grasp that that's all this is about. I think you're right. Asuka is jealous of all the TV time that Rhea gets, but Asuka's quite decorated. She's held championships a lot in WWE. She was undefeated for the longest time through NXT, and then we had that Charlotte moment. I think the story could be better told, and it shouldn't
Well,
be
yeah.
just. And as far as her outward reasoning, it shouldn't be just. Well, I paved the way for you. That's old. We've seen that. Nikki Bella tried to claim that.
I want to see the unreal of this. I want to know what writer is responsible for this slop and its ham-fisted execution
Mm-hmm.
is the word that I would use.
Yeah.
Um, I guess we could move on to better things. And that's what it is. It's Raw is just bookended with like the cover is shit, but then you gotta wait till the end for anything good to happen. Because I don't know about you, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, so we're doing the tornado tag again.
Mm-hmm.
Roman's in the area. I'm gonna get Roman Reigns. So I wasn't able to watch live because I had stuff I had to take care of personally.
Mm-hmm.
And I get there and I'm like, oh, thank God. And then we're going into the fact that I've been saying and others have been saying, because I don't know if you remember when Roman was saying, that he hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's still the same. And telling Jey, the images in everybody's mind watching Raw, you can already see it's Roman talking to Jey. And then the third man, almost in the foreground, is Jimmy. And he's like, well, oh shit, here we go again. Looking like.
Yep.
And I don't know, maybe the Yeet experiment is over and we're going to see a different side of Jey if he's going to be, you know, a heel now. And I don't know if this has anything to do with what happened on Friday. Because on Friday, there was a tag team match between Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and the Bronze.
Mm-hmm.
They won because Seth Rollins put the stomp out on Randy Orton.
Yep.
And Bronson Reed won. So they go and Seth's like basically tells them to fuck off, to go, get out of here. He's mine. He said that. And Heyman is trying to tell Seth, don't go out there. He's in your head. Seth doesn't listen, goes in, catches a crossroads. The two Bronze want to go in, and Heyman's like, no, he holds them back. So I'm wondering, like, it's so early, and we're already getting the cracks in the vision.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not something you can be like, oh no, that was all a part of my plan. I want to. That looked like no, that was. If it isn't the consequences of my own actions, situation.
Yeah, it makes you wonder who's really calling the shots in the vision. Because there have been times, like Heyman was selling for a while and was out, and Bronze were kind of just running roughshod. We didn't see them together with Seth except for like the first 2 weeks. Um, and then like Seth is out doing stuff, no Heyman. The Bronze are doing stuff with Heyman. There's not a lot of continuity within that group. They're not well formed. Like it's like it was built and there were already cracks. And I think that's going to be the story going forward with them. Just the seeing the cracks form even more over time. For Roman and Jey, which I am definitely more invested in, I feel like we're going to turn a page here. I think it's going to be a little bit of a return to the beginnings of OG Bloodline. It's kind of like, what if the OG Bloodline storyline kind of happened again, but what if Jey wasn't reluctant to do what needed to be done? What if he was willing to do what needed to be done? What if he wanted to really be the next tribal chief, but in the meantime, work alongside Roman, do what he says, learn his ways, and follow the tribal chief?
I'd like to think after winning the world title that his apprenticeship is over, and now's the time to execute the lessons that you learned,
Hmm.
kind of thing. So like the same thing, except no, you've already completed your apprenticeship. You know, you've become the world champion. You've had a taste for it, and now you know what you have to do to get there. And you need to do this ruthless shit that Roman's doing when he took out Braun Breaker. Like you need, and I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I think it's good that that happened. Um, I'm not sure, but it's kind of crazy that on both shows, they're like they decided like there's two bloodlines.
Hmm.
You know, there's solos, and he's missing something. So maybe it's gonna be a return next week. Maybe we'll get Tamatonga back because he says something's missing.
Hmm.
And I don't know how that relates to what's going on, if at all, to what Roman's doing on Monday. What it'll be like this whole time. It's like, you know, it's he's just been running both, like kind of thing. Like, what if Roman is behind Solo's thing over there?
That'd be a
You know,
cool reveal.
yeah.
Cool swerve.
And that brings me to Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. I was I couldn't like that promo they did could have been good for all I know. But as soon as Seth Rollins starts talking about once I win this one, those other ones don't matter, like they never happened, like you get to retcon that shit. That pisses me the fuck off.
Doesn't that come with having all the power?
You don't have the power to retroactively change history. That's not how it works, I don't think. You know, Triple H, the worst booker ever. Like, I don't think he's the worst booker ever. I just think that, like, when it comes to booking himself, he's a great guy. But
Mm.
when it comes to everybody else, especially John Cena, who I feel like he's got like this deep resentment for the fact that Triple H was never, I'm going to say this confidently, was never as over as John Cena. Okay? He was
Mm.
never as over as Steve Austin, even
Mm.
more like even though Steve Austin wore over to John Cena at his day.
Mm.
Um Never more over than The Rock. It just wasn't the case. As much as they kept trying to force feed Triple H on us, it
Mm.
just wasn't the case. I'm not the only guy to say this because, yeah, I'm a mark like you, but he's always the guy with the guy. He's always
Yeah.
in there with the guy. He's
Hmm.
not, he wasn't the guy.
Hmm. I'm on
You know?
I'm on board with that theory. And you remember, I was a big Triple H fan. I thought Triple H
Yeah.
was great. I never called him the best. You know, I never called him the best promo, or the best in-ring worker, or the best character. His character made sense, and he made the in-ring work make sense with it. You know, it was a little bit of the old school mentality of, you work the body part, you keep working the body part. You know, basic ring psychology, which is great. But he was never. I would never have called him a draw. You know, you had you mentioned your Rock, your Austin, uh, Eddie Guerrero,
The Undertaker.
Taker, Brock Lesnar, draws. Triple H. Oh, who's he fighting? The Undertaker. Oh yeah, I gotta see that. Triple H. Who's he fighting? Ellsworth. I don't give a shit about that.
See, with
You
Triple
know?
H, there's peaks and valleys, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
times where, like he came back at the Royal Rumble or something, or the Raw
Mm-hmm.
after or something. He came back for something. You know, the whole, you know, all the promos, him coming back. It's a beautiful day. And he's training,
Uh,
he's trying to come back and all that's like peaks and valleys, but it's always like you know, it's not like a John Cena or anything like that. You know, he'd have like 2 minutes where
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, and that's like,
The
oh.
game.
And I heard, I don't know, like I watched an episode of Al Snow's podcast. Not Al Snow. What's the other guy? Stevie Richards, the guy who was in the triple
Hmm.
threat match
Yeah.
with Triple H and Shawn Michaels at
Yep.
WrestleMania 20.
Yeah, we were there.
Um, he's got a podcast with this guy. I don't know, but he said, I don't know. I everybody knows, but I don't remember his name. I always just call it the Stevie Richards show. But he
Hmm.
does shows with other people. I think with Dutch too. And he said that like apparently, according to Russo or something, that the game moniker was gonna be Owen Hart's. Because once he was gonna not be doing the Blue Blazer gimmick, he was gonna go serious, and he was gonna be called he was gonna be the game. It was gonna be him. I don't know how true that is, but if it is true, man, I'm not. And people like to joke. It's like, well, Triple H this, and if he wasn't, we don't know. We honestly
Hmm.
don't know if he wasn't married in, if he would be where he is. I'm sure there's a 60% chance that he wouldn't be. Um, just throwing that out there. You know, there's a little bit of favoritism there. There's always going to be that. Like,
Hmm.
fairly or unfairly, that's what it's going to be. Now, is he responsible for keeping it afloat? Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Is he Is it about his booking that wrestling was as hot as it was, or it because Roman was as hot as he's ever been, and then they bring in The Rock? You know, this was like when they were doing the build to the WrestleMania where Cody wins.
Hmm.
Like that's when it was red hot. I feel like, and then I don't think it's his decision. It might be, but I think it's a TKO Nick Khan to price families out of going to shows. You know, Hardcore Holly posted, you know, say what you want about Vince, but he knew that pricing families out was bad for business.
Hmm.
Paraphrasing.
Yeah. It's not often I'll agree with Hardcore Holly, but that is the best point. It's like certain industries of old before regulations were in place would target kids so that you have a customer for the entirety of their life from that time you hooked them, right? So to speak. So wrestling was always catered towards kids. It doesn't have to be completely catered towards kids. It doesn't have to be a kid show, but at least, you know, you have some guidelines in effect and you have your characters that are some characters specifically geared towards kids. If not for Bailey having the character that she had in NXT, which was probably the most kid-friendly character ever in wrestling, Izzy wouldn't be on the indies right now. Wouldn't have her own podcast and whatever the hell else she's doing. You know, sh- sh- those characters are inspirations to little kids. And yeah, wrestling is a business. So right now, what Nick Khan is doing is he's on the other side of it, saying he's looking at the more of the now aspect of how much can we draw now? How much money can we bring in now? Let's keep raising prices until they stop buying, and then we maybe lower them back a little bit so we can continue getting our sellouts. Notice they stopped announcing, the sellouts, how many sellouts they've had in a year. Remember they were doing
Yeah,
that the
they
first
had to.
two? Yeah, because they're not selling out anymore, and it's
Because
terrible.
nobody wants to pay. Nobody wants to pay
Right?
all of that.
Seriously, largest and highest grossing gate of this venue, that venue. That's because of inflation and your ridiculous prices.
It's the same. Like it's like the movie thing with like
Yeah.
you know adjusted for inflation. You know, you're not are you adjusting for inflation? You
Mhm.
know, because God with the Wind's still going to kill it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't. I don't get it. And it's a business. It's a business. I get it.
Hmm.
But I was looking. I was looking at Madison Square Garden for John Cena's last appearance.
Hmm.
No fucking way, dude. There's just no fucking way. Super expensive. And good luck with that. Have fun, you guys over there that could afford to really do that. It's like, all right, I
The,
guess you.
the nosebleed seats for a Raw or a SmackDown just shouldn't be more than $30 a pop. Because they're
Yeah.
that damn far. The ring is smaller than a stamp. Hey, anyone remember what stamps look like? Smaller than a stamp. You know, you got to watch it on the screen. And so it's kind of like you're sitting at home, but you're less comfortable and you don't have the commentary.
Yeah.
So, yes, those seats should not exceed $30. Maybe
Cleaner
adjust for
bathroom.
inflation. Absolutely. Absolutely. I read something, I think it was Cornette, that speculated that some of the moves that WWE is making or the TKO is making looks like maybe another sale might be coming, which is
Well,
nuts.
I brought it up here. I don't know
Hmm.
if it was like a week ago or before. Like the way they're doing things with the WrestleMania and Rumble and Saudi,
Hmm.
like I feel like they're gonna sell to them.
Hmm.
Like I
They
don't know
just
if you know this.
Saudi
Yeah.
just acquired EA Games.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't know if you know that, but
Hmm.
them along with the president's son-in-law
Hmm.
acquired EA, which not gonna lie, after what I had to suffer through with Dragon Age Origins, I mean Dragon Age Veilguard,
Hmm.
I mean it could only get better. It could only get better. You know what I'm saying? It could actually be good, but that's if they don't cut BioWare, and BioWare is the one that makes those games. But you gotta it's about profits, and they weren't respecting that. So if
Hmm.
these guys are about making money, then we could get some. I'm just hoping it's not like, yeah, we're just gonna focus on fucking FIFA, Madden, golf game, whatever the fuck, shit
Yeah.
that I'm not interested in.
Hmm.
And who knows, like they say they buy WWE, and then you're gonna have WWE 2K26 or 27 as a EA game.
Hmm.
So,
Well, they wouldn't call it 2K anymore because they call it 2K because 2K Sports owns it, right?
well, I guess they'd have to name it like Madden, you know. I forgot how they named the Madden games,
This is
but
just
would they?
like 2025.
I think
Madden
so. So
25.
so maybe it'll be like Triple H 2025 or something. I don't know, because I don't know who the. You can't call it Michael Cole 2020
That won't
because
sell.
yeah, I don't know. John Cena 2025
Can't see it on
wrestling.
shelves.
Now, John
Download only.
Cena.
Hmm.
This is a good segue. But I don't know about the sale, by the way, just to address that. I hope they don't, because I don't know how that would go, honestly.
Same.
Um,
I feel like it wouldn't be promising
no,
for the
not
content.
necessarily. No, no, no. But still, from what I understand, triple, Roman Reigns is supposed to be on tomorrow. Like
Hmm.
Raw is going to be with Roman.
Hmm.
John Cena's wrestling AJ Styles, one of his final dates in Perth. There
Yep.
has been, forgive me, maybe I missed it on Monday Night Raw. Next to no build up. Like I think maybe AJ said a thing when he was on there with Dragon Lee or something,
Hmm.
but no John Cena. So there's no build up, no promos, no nothing. and Friday they just wrestle.
Yeah.
I showed you a clip where John Cena is talking to Triple H about how like it's a 500-page book and it's really hard to like mess everything up from before on by being on page 499.
Yeah.
And Triple H took that shit as a challenge, man.
He did. He
I
said,
don't know what.
challenge accepted.
Here's what I think, and I'm going to speculate on it. You can speculate after it.
Hmm.
What's the deal? So, is it that Triple H asked John Cena for input? Hey, how do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? How do you want to do this? And Cena's like, you know me, man. I come in, I do the job. I work. I come in. You set shit up. Just do what you know. Come on, man. Set it up or whatever. And Triple H is like, all right, and he doesn't know what the fuck to do. Like, it really feels like I don't understand it. Like, I need once this is all said and done, I need an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
I need an explanation from on why they booked Brock to beat John Cena like that,
Mm-hmm.
especially like that. I still don't understand it. What does Brock Lesnar just crushing John Cena at the twilight of his career? How does that help build the guy that beats him after? It just doesn't. It's worse than the streak thing. It's like you beat a concussed Undertaker.
Mm.
You just finished the undefeated streak, which in hindsight, maybe should have just been left alone. But after what Undertaker has done to us with forcing Michelle McCool on everybody, fuck him. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Undertaker. Because he's got that attitude now. The famous thing, man, that I love, that I love to hear. If you don't like it, don't watch. That these rich assholes can just say. Because they'll get paid regardless.
Yeah. And people
You
will
know?
watch regardless.
Triple H is that dude. Not Triple H. I'm sorry. Sorry, Hunter. I'm just mad about the John Cena stuff. Undertaker's that dude that brings his girl to the all dudes hang
Mm-hmm.
and just talk. It's lame shit that they're talking about. It's not even fun shit. Like people want to hear Undertaker talk to Gunther. They don't want to
Mm-hmm.
hear Undertaker and Michelle McCool talk to Gunther.
Yeah, I saw so many more clips of that show before Michelle McCool joined it that I don't even think I've seen any clips, which to me means that the clips aren't getting popular. People aren't watching the clips. The show seems like it fell off. As far as the John Cena thing, yeah, the ball was dropped. It feels very, to your point, very, very directionless. Like they'll get to Raw. It's like seems like what am I doing? Triple H's like I don't know. What do you feel like doing? Yeah. All right. Hey, you're fighting Cena tonight, or you setting up promo for the next show. It's just on the spot. I just thought of this, so let's do it.
It
No
feels that way.
planning. There's no planning. I feel like the way WWE was booked when Triple H first took over, the first few storylines that he developed were great. I think that's probably the case because he had them in his back pocket. They were already fleshed out, and it was just a matter of time, right? And now that pocket is empty. The
That's a
way
great
you,
point.
the way Cena's retirement should have gone. And really the way any storyline should go, but especially like a lot of other storylines, you can sort of gauge the fans' interest. Like, well, this is what we're thinking for Mania, but maybe we'll pivot this way, like they did with um, Cody's first attempt at Roman, well, the second one rather. Um, But for a retirement, when it is absolutely happening. I believe Cena when he says the last
That's
appearance.
it.
You start at the last appearance and you write it backwards. Like, this is where we're going. How do we get here? Like, is his last appearance just a farewell speech on Raw? Great, cool. So then you let him write that, and then you say, okay, well, who is his last opponent? What are we doing here? Who is Cena going to put over in his last match? Who is Cena going to make look like a fucking star in
I
his last appearance? Yeah,
I don't think he necessarily has to lose, if I'm being honest with you, because the whole like going out on your shield, that's usually if you're leaving the territory. You
that's
know,
true.
he's
Hmm.
just retiring from wrestling. He doesn't
Hmm.
have to. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to lose his last match.
That's true.
I
He
would
doesn't
I
have to.
I
But
would give I would do a Brock I would have him fight Brock again and win the fucking match. That's just what I would do.
is Cena's last time sending the crowd home happy. I like
Yeah,
it.
beat Brock Lesnar. You know, you could beat up Brock Lesnar after, AJ Styles beat up John Cena.
Hmm.
So, actually, I don't know. Actually, I didn't say that. I don't know if AJ's going to beat John Cena. I think John Cena might beat AJ Styles. But, because the rumor of Gunter being the guy, it's like, I don't think that's going to be the case because I think that might have been before they figured out before they decided to get Brock back,
Hmm.
you know, because how is it that Brock's not the guy that you go last and it's Gunter? It's like, what does that say about Brock Lesnar? You know what I'm saying? Like this ultimate athlete that you got here. And
Unless
then
they
it's like,
use. Mhm.
sorry, go ahead.
Unless they use that to turn Gunter face. You get the sportsmanship handshake at the end. Gunter leaves Cena the ring so he can say his goodbye to the fans. Gunter comes out next night on Raw, whatever, puts Cena over, saying his greatest opponent he's ever faced, and now he wants to face the next best. Out comes Brock. Boom. There's your setup for Gunter versus Brock.
I wouldn't be upset with that notion. I do think that would be great and wonderful
Thank you.
and would fill everybody with so much joy.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, I don't think retiring John Cena and Goldberg, like, why does he get all of that? Like, he's great and all.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
I didn't say
But I
Gunter
don't
has to
know.
win. Gunter could lose
No,
to
no, I,
Cena. You know.
I know, but he would still have those two guys' last matches. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like the Goldberg thing's like, it's Goldberg. You know, okay. This is
Hmm.
John Cena. This is the GOAT, as they say.
Yeah.
Uh, Great actor. Peacemaker season 2, kind of shit. So he's just an actor, and he did his best in there. I just got questions on like if he's okay with the material because a lot of it is just not. It's very polarizing and not very good. It kind of like it reminds me of The Boys, but more shit. You know,
Hmm.
because I the first season of The Boys was great.
Yeah.
After that, I didn't finish the last season. I couldn't tell you what happened.
Wow.
The last season that they just had, I couldn't tell you because I can't.
Hmm.
I checked out. I understand that a lot of shows have political messaging, but it's just so bad, and it's just gore, sexual stuff for no fucking reason, shock value. Where's the substance? What's in here? You know. But back to this. I had to just club Peacemaker over the head on my way over here. Because I don't care for it. But John Cena did his best stuff, and honestly, I think it's Triple H should not be up for Booker of the Year, most importantly because of how he handled John Cena. And to your point, with the stuff in your pocket, all that stuff that he's taking credit, that he's going and standing in front of the parade, was already set up by better men, and booking wise. I'm not talking about anything else, but
Yeah, Bloodline was Vince.
yeah, and that's why I feel like this shit with Jey is like we need help. We need the Bloodline. We need more Roman Reigns because I don't know what the heck to do here. Cody over there. Cody should beat Seth Rollins. I feel like, but the fact that it's mentioned on commentary, 1-on-1, Cody has Seth's number. So there's gonna be some.
Yeah, that's the key stat. That's what they're saying to foreshadow what's going to happen, because it's not going to be one-on-one.
Big meaty balls, just gonna spear and tsunami their way all over the face, neck, and chest of every person just trying to watch a wrestling match, and then insist upon themselves that they have to be in my face. Those two meatheads. I don't know if you noticed this, but Tiffany Stratton looked like COVID. Like the photograph of like the cell of COVID, her outfit, it looked like that. It looked a little bit like the COVID thing. I'm gonna see if I can find it because I think it's worth putting it out here. This was during the contract signing for the. By the way, what was even the point of that? You could have just did that backstage. I guess the point was like to set up the tag team match of Julia and I can't Kiana James.
Yep.
Julia and Kiana
James
versus the two champions. I'm supposed to take this shit seriously? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I love Julia.
I do too.
Absolutely. I can. Oh, no offense. I could always do without Kiana James. There's not. Her character is. I mean, I guess he's doing his job. Her character is annoying. The thing that she does where she points.
It's the annoying, beatable jabroni.
Yeah.
But for women.
Which is fine, but what happened to the brick in her purse? She used the purse a couple weeks ago in a match. I think probably against one of the Secret Harvests. I think.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But show it already.
All right.
Or use it more.
First, I'm gonna show you the Google image. Matter of fact, even better, CDC. Okay, so share screen.
CDC?
Center for Disease Control.
Oh, okay. That is what I was thinking. All right.
This is COVID-19.
Right.
Now
it's an image of the virus.
Now look at look at Tiffany Stratton's outfit.
I thought it's cherries though, but I get it.
I know it's cherries.
I see it and I get it.
But it looks like the COVID-19. It looks like COVID. All right, so we'll do it again. Just okay. It's about the same. It's about the same. Yep. It's shinier. But yeah, from far away from where I'm sitting, obviously
she's wearing COVID.
Fine. There's I guess the reason for the tag team match is to actually have some heat between the two, because right now it's It's not like Cody versus Seth. It's not like who was it? Liv Morgan. Who does she wrestle? Nia Jax maybe? Trying to figure out who Liv Morgan beat to be the Crown Jewel Women's Champion, because I know it was her and Cody last year. I'll just find out.
I think it was Nia because Nia was coming in as reigning.
No, but they're both champions, dude. It's champion versus champion. It's it's not for a title.
I know. Well, there's a Crown Jewel Championship, which is represented by
Yeah,
the ring
but
now.
I know, but that is for champion versus champion. And there
Hmm.
was nothing before that. It's always that was the first time they did that. Okay. Who did Liv beat? I think it's Naya for the You're confusing
It
Quigley's
was
ring.
no, it was Nia Jax. I'm looking at the image, and I have the Wikipedia here.
Yeah, well, I don't know where the confusion is with the reigning part, because they're both technically reigning. They're just, you know. But yeah, there's. I don't feel like there's enough like real heat there to.
There are too
I
many
don't know.
premium live events now because I think there's a Saturday night's main event coming up too.
And it's not like December's the John Cena one. I don't know what.
So
I
Crown
don't know.
Jewel's next week, next Saturday, 8
Yeah,
a.m.
Saturday.
We're not going to be live. It's 8 a.m. I'll be sleeping. I'll be
Yeah,
watching. Maybe I'll get up and watch live. We're not streaming
I don't know what
live.
I'm
Because
doing.
let's see. After that, just going through the Wikipedia here. Halloween Havoc, then Saturday night's main event on November 1st.
Yeah, but is Halloween Havoc WWE or is it NXT?
NXT.
Yeah, so that doesn't really count for
And
us, I
November
guess.
1st is Cena's retirement match.
I thought that was in December for some
Wait,
reason.
what? Sorry. You're right. There's nothing listed for the November 1st. The December
Then
13th
it's
is
where's
Cena's
War
last
Games
match.
then? War Games is the November pay-per-view usually, isn't it? Like
War
Survivor
Games,
Series.
yeah, Survivor Series War Games is November 29th.
So that's fine.
No matches listed yet. So Cena may or may not have a match. He's on the poster.
It's
Uh,
he'll probably be involved in the War Games match.
Perhaps.
John Cena, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. I'm just putting together a super team.
Hmm.
Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, John Cena. They're gonna fucking shove Jay in there.
Hmm.
So that's how many?
3.
Wait, Roman, Cody, John,
Oh,
Jay.
4.
That's four.
4.
It's a 5 team thing, right?
They go back and forth with whether it's 4 or 5. Let me just show this here just for funsies.
Or CM Punk. What? CM Punk, Roman Reigns, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso.
Yeet.
Oh, look, Damian Priest is in the poster somehow.
Yep. Priest,
I
Rhea.
couldn't tell you why. I don't think his program against Aleister Black is moving the needle, but okay.
I don't think so either. Naomi's on
I
there.
think
That's, I guess, an early poster, unless maybe they'll just be
it
like,
could
hey,
be an early
Naomi.
draft. I mean, Rey Mysterio's on there, so and
Is
it's
he hurt again?
look, man, look where it is, San Diego. That's why he's there. That's that's
So
why he's there.
so LWO is going to have a match and might not lose.
I don't think they're going to have a match actually. Like they got Bianca Belair there, like she's gonna wrestle. We don't know. They're
don't know.
probably
All
gonna
I know
make a
is
new poster and put AJ Lee on the poster.
probably. And all I know is Naomi's not wrestling.
Yeah, probably not Ray either.
3:30 Pacific, so it's 6:30 New York time.
Well, you know what? That he could. It could be Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio for the AAA championship. They could do that.
Mega Campeon.
That's the only way to do it. You just throw him in there.
Sure.
He got by the skin of his teeth there with the Rusev situation. Okay, match. Rusev doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Still wants to be the champ.
It feels like there are
Penta wants to be the champ.
so many storylines that just don't have good direction
For
right now.
example, I think the Judgment Day low key has like a plan.
Yeah, but it's not prominent right now. Like it felt prominent when Liv was there. Liv gets hurt, they bring in Roxanne, so now Raquel is the senior female, and she's doing good at it.
She's amazing. I think she's incredible.
Her in-ring work is so much better. Like you could tell she was just working as the young boy, so to speak, under Liv. Now that Roxanne is there, she's like, all right, I got seniority, so Roxanne has to be the one taking the pin, so she finally gets to look good.
Well, Roxanne has the most losses in matches, and like probably the most matches almost. So she's probably going to be in for a huge push soon.
Yeah, man.
Usually how it works.
Yeah. The Kabuki Warriors, like we talked about them already. Roman and Jey, I feel like is the only one that has like real direction. Rusev, no one knows what the hell he's doing. Aleister
Rusev
Black,
does. Working.
right? He's working. Aleister Black, Damian Priest, the LWO, the Garza and Humberto.
Yeah, they wrestled Penta and the Bouncy. I mean, not Penta. Ray Phoenix and the Bouncy Man.
Yeah.
Javon Evans. He's really good. I guess he's going to be on SmackDown.
Probably.
And
I
Mellow
feel
Don't
like
Miz is over.
Yeah. So they finally pulled the trigger there. I'm all
That's
for...
a Chekhov's gun, man. Miz with anybody. Like, if Miz is on somebody, is on a team with somebody, he has to betray them.
Every time.
Chekhov's Miz, it's always gonna be that way.
So Miz was going into business for himself. Mello kind of just called him on it and then said, "Nah, I'm not taking this no more."
Yeah, he just left him.
Yeah.
Last week. Yeah.
So this is like it's still definitely Miz's fault. But Miz did turn on Carmelo this time.
Yeah.
Just a sort of a different way to have it play out.
Well, they're gonna babyface him. They're babyfacing Carmelo Hayes because obviously the heel shit isn't working.
Whatever he was doing down in NXT, with the exception of the barbershop, everything he was doing down in NXT was great. His mic work was great. Is it because he had Trick? I don't know. Like it's always beneficial to have someone to play off of. Like you say something, they back you up. But was it a case of big fish, small pond?
I was gonna
Did he
say
lose?
it depends on the people in the pool.
It does.
There's a lot better people in the pool, even if you are a #1 draft pick, which I think was the worst idea to do with him.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, he was him, the fail #1 draft pick. Really him? Him. All the people. That's the guy. Okay. Well, good job. Good fucking job, everybody. I don't know whose idea that was, but it wasn't a good idea. You what's the word? You hobbled him.
Yeah.
And hey, did you know that he wanted Andre? Do you remember that he did that?
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah,
I forgot.
exactly. I only remember because he had that ugly ass gold chain with
Hmm.
Andre's face on it, which, if done better, could have been a cool weapon to use to win matches with. But
Yeah, you wrap it around.
yeah, just do the John Cena. Um, but yeah, I don't know. What
Mello
raw?
Mello
Yeah.
has a tremendous future. He is really good on the mic. I don't know what it is. Like I'll honestly say NXT has been so bad. I haven't watched in months. I know you know that, but for the Bookiverse, in case you're keeping track, I haven't watched in months. Like after like two when they started doing 2.0, I was like, all right, this is rough, but let's give it a shot. There was some decent talent early on. Once they got pulled, it's amateur hour.
Oh, so you don't know that the Iconics are back? They're wrestling for TNA on
I
Kalani
heard
Jordan's team, who
I
apparently represents TNA because she's the Knockouts champion.
they just buy TNA already. Stop teasing it.
It and Mustafa Ali came back. He showed up
Cool.
on NXT,
Like that's great, but once they
and he
stop doing stuff
mentioned
with
his North American Championship shot that he never got
wow,
in
cool.
a thing with Ethan. Yeah. So,
All right,
and
so
apparently they changed the name to the October 7th NXT pay-per-view from Invasion to Showdown before we
I
to
I
Chonker.
think I think we hit just about everything, but yeah, with mention like with the TNA deal with that with actual stars now coming over from TNA, I might want to start checking out NXT a bit.
I think TNA might win the Showdown. I think they should. Um, because really WWE's been running roughshod over them. NXT's just been killing them. So I would let them get the first W there and then keep working together.
Go for it.
I would storyline wise have it that, the TNA guy gets control, fires Ava, sends her ass packing, you know, and then we'll see what happens after that. But we
Oh,
can't all have nice things.
Does Santino have an on-air boss?
That's true. Well, he was in the audience, so I think there is a guy that owns TNA because like they had like a picture to his reaction of when Trick Williams won the TNA championship.
Hmm. So it used to be Scott D'Amore.
I think it might. I don't know. I don't really watch that much. I just know the Iconics were uh were there and they look fantastic. They're blonde ladies now.
Nice. Leonard Asper, Carlos Silva, Hunter Johnson is head of creative.
Well, I don't
Formerly
think
known
we'll
as
ever know.
Delirious. All right.
Well, I'm delirious. Delirious about this podcast. Um,
All right. So, before we get too far off the rails, thanks so much for joining us, checking us out. Do us a solid. More than half of you are not subscribed, so please hit the subscribe button down below. It would help us out a whole lot. We will be back Monday live streaming, right?
uh, yeah, if you want, but you
Yeah.
have to do jokes and like be fun.
All
That's
right.
an
Pressure's
order.
on. Pressure's on.
Yeah.
Fun jokes. Got it. All right. So check us out this Monday right here on YouTube. And as always, just got a party message.
The match of life is scheduled for one fault. So make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the Bookers.